In-person early voting, as we said, underway in Kootenai County, and now they have to handle an unprecedented number of absentee ballots.
All right, tonight we are joined by Kootenai County Clerk Jim Brandon. He's been overseeing Kootenai County elections since 2013. We're so happy to have him join us to answer voters' questions from the state of Idaho. Jim, this first question we received a couple different ways from different folks, wanting to know how the order of candidates on the ballot is determined, and is that uniform across all ballots across the state of Idaho?
The answer to that is that we have a rotation. So in one ballot, the president may appear in the number 2 position. On the next, he may appear in the 8th position. It is a rotation, so the ballots are not the same throughout every precinct. The same people are on them, but they are rotated. Some of the smaller races, the Secretary of State gives us an order, a random alphabet that is generated by computer, and say the first letter would be C. All of the candidates whose names start with C would be listed first. It's not anything other than a random alphabet generator. So it's not uniform throughout the state, but Secretary of State does give us the random alphabet.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Right.
Just so that everybody is very clear, Jim, when do the polls open on Election Day?
Polls will open at 8 a.m. and they will close at 8 p.m. Anyone who is in line at 8 p.m. will be given the opportunity to vote, because we anticipate there might be a line.
And then let's just address this question about voting in person in the era of COVID-19. Kind of what precautions are being taken by your office to keep voters and employees safe?
Well, Mark, I'm really glad you asked that question, because with 225,000 people who have passed away from the disease, obviously we take it very seriously. Our polling locations are going to be, all of the different stations will be social distance, and we encourage everyone to wear a mask. We cannot, however, keep somebody from voting who does not wear a mask. I cannot disenfranchise them. I can offer them a mask, but if they turn it down, they still get to vote. But we also have every polling location is getting personal protection equipment in addition to the regular voting equipment, sanitizer and Fantastic and alcohol rubs, etc.
Jim, I'm curious, we just asked this question of your counterpart, Vicki Dalton in Spokane County. How is your office prepared to handle reports of voter harassment or intimidation?
Voter harassment or intimidation? Well, I have talked to all of law enforcement. I've talked to Coeur d'Alene Police Department, Post Falls, Rathdrum, Spirit Lake, and I've talked with our county sheriff. And we have a plan, and obviously, I hope we never have to call them, but this election is very, very, shall we say, intense, and people have strong feelings on each side. So there will be no intimidation. We will just have to stop it immediately if it starts. They are on alert, and we've got systems in place for their ability to get there quickly. If there's something going on at the polls, I generally will go and ask them, would you please de-escalate this? And then if they don't want to de-escalate, then I will get the law enforcement on the case.
Important topics for sure. Jim, thank you very much. We appreciate your time again in Kootenai County tonight.
All right, well, thank you, Whitney and Mark. Have a good evening.
You too.
You too, sir.